Before the ships came, before borders were drawn, South Africa was already ancient. A place where the very first humans stood. A place where civilizations rose long before Europe ever knew it existed. This is the deep origin of South Africa, a story not of discovery, but of remembrance. South Africa is one of the most important archaeological regions in the world. At sites like Sterkfontein, Swartkrans, and Makapanstad, scientists have found fossils of our earliest ancestors dating back over 2 million years. These early human species like Australopithecus africanus and Homo naledi used stone to make fire and lived in small, social groups. They weren't just surviving, they were laying the foundation of what it means to be human. Long before borders were drawn, the San people lived here. Their presence stretches back more than 100,000 years. They lived as hunter-gatherers, deeply in tune with the natural world. They tracked animals with precision, harvested plants for medicine, and painted their stories on stone. The Khoi, their cousins, arrived about 2,000 years ago. They were herders raising cattle and sheep, moving with the seasons. Together, these two groups formed the Khoisan, the first peoples of South Africa. Their languages carried the sounds of nature, clicks, tones, rhythms passed from generation to generation. And their wisdom lived through storytelling, dance, and sacred ritual. Around 250 AD, waves of Bantu-speaking people migrated into South Africa from Central Africa. With them came iron smelting, crop farming, and cattle herding. These were not nomads, they were builders. Their villages evolved into towns. Their communities gave rise to powerful chiefdoms. One of the earliest was Mapangubu, a kingdom that emerged around the year 900 AD located near the Limpopo River. Mapangubu was a center of wealth and trade. Archaeologists have found gold artifacts, glass beads, and even items from as far away as China. This was a place of kings, of ceremony, of connection to a wider world. Before colonists ever set sail, the peoples of South Africa were already connected. Through trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange, locally communities traded cattle, salt, iron tools, hides, pottery, and grain. Overland, goods moved by footpaths and rivers. Along the eastern coast, trade extended all the way to the Swahili ports of East Africa and even to Arabia and Asia. There was no written language, but there was communication. Through oral storytelling, drums, beadwork, and ceremony. These messages weren't just heard, they were felt. The spiritual life of ancient South African peoples was rich and sacred. The San entered trance states through dance, connecting with ancestors and the spirit world. The Khoi honored nature and the cycle of life. Each Bantu community had unique rites of passage, taboos, and clan totems. Culture was carried not on scrolls, but in hearts, stories, songs, and stone. These were not primitive people, they were philosophers, astronomers, artisans, and healers. A civilization before colonization, before the Dutch, before the British, before the maps were redrawn. South Africa was already home to civilization. Its people built, traded, believed, and remembered. To understand South Africa today, we must first honor those who came before the San, the Khoi, the early Bantu kingdoms. This is not the story of a land discovered. This is the story of a land that remembered itself. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as we uncover more untold African history.